Capricorn, welcome to the tarot room. My name is Robyn. And Capricorn, today, let's do your message from Spirit Guides reading. Let's see what specific messages come out for someone, what messages need to be heard today, what Spirit Guides want to say. Let's see what comes through. But let's see what, okay, we have a little Zen energy, peace. This is calm center and a calm mind. So this is staying calm during turbulent times, learning to stay centered in peace when things are crazy and chaos, but it's just entering the garden, entering the silence within here. All right, well, let's see what Spirit Guides want to say. Let's see what message needs to come through. Let's talk about you, Capricorn. Let's get into your reading. And, okay, the message you're not getting is the Queen of Swords. Okay. And happy birthday, Cappi. Hope you guys are having a fantastic birthday season. And if you want to enter my happy birthday reading contest, just comment your birthday below. Get yourself subscribed. Get yourself entered. The reminder of what's important is the Knight of Swords in reverse. We have a lot of swords here at this. There could be a lot of thinking. This is kind of about centering and silencing that mind here in order to, and there's justice, more air. Holy camoly. Anyway, and there's you. A lot of air. We have the page, the Knight, and the Queen of Swords here with justice. Air is all about communication, thoughts. So let's see what's going on, Cap. Happy birthday. If you want to enter the contest, you know what to do. Let's get into your reading. Queen of Swords. This is the message you're not getting. Let's understand that. What's the message Capricorn's not getting? Somebody's overthinking, overanalyzing here. The Five of Swords, the Page of Pentacles, and the Knight of Cups. This is like, what's the Knight of Cups? The Ten of Swords. Okay. And there's okay. The message you're not getting is they want you to let go of, there might be an apology due. Someone might owe you an apology, or there might be something that you want to say. It's going to apply both ways. So you either want to say something, or you feel someone owes you a severe and sincere apology. And this is telling me you're probably not going to get the chance to get that either way. You're not going to get to say it, or you're not going to get the apology, and they want you to walk away from that because it's a wishful thinking energy. Hope is a powerful emotion, but sometimes hope can get us stuck. We hope things turn out better. We hope this person's going to change. We hope something, but when we hope, we lack action. And it distracts us from what we can change, what we can control, what we can do. And the message here is to be able to let go, Capricorn. I'm sorry to say that, but that's the message you're not getting. There's the relationship, there's the thinking about it, and there's the Three of Cups. So it is wishful thinking. I know that you were treated poorly because the Queen of Swords is in that position. Queen of Swords has been treated poorly. But this Queen of Swords, she's not wearing the Scarlet A, and she's not stressed out. She's like, yeah, you want to do me like that? Sure. I'll move in a different direction. Sure. We don't have birds squawking and chasing her. It's quite calm here in the background. Her mind is settled, and she's focusing on a plan. All right, where do I go? What do I got to do to get what I want? Because I don't like what happened there. Don't want that again. And that's the message that you're not getting, is they want, oh, that card. Yeah. Change your perspective, change where you're looking. Focus on your future, focus on what you're manifesting, focus on what you want to come in. Don't ignore those feelings, Capricorn. That's preposterous. Work through them. But don't focus on them, and don't let them take over your mind. You know, that's the message here, and the message you're not getting, because it's distracting you from where you're heading or the future that you want. Okay. A reminder of what's important is the Knight of Swords in reverse. What's the Knight of Swords in reverse? What's the reminder of what's important there? What are you highlighting? The Nine of Pentacles, the World. Wow. The reminder of what's important is you only need yourself. You're letting something that's outside of yourself stress you out. It's creating burdens in your life, and that's creating suffering, and it's unnecessary suffering, because you can do whatever this was. You don't need them, right? You're born alone, you die alone. This is an energy of doing things on your own, doing things by yourself. You're a very independent Capricorn here. That's a reminder of what's important. So is that you're better off and you're letting something create stress and burdens in your life when you're better off. I hope that makes sense. You know, yeah, because there's the King of Swords, there's the King of Cups, there's the feelings that are offended, or the harshness, or a lack of understanding, or a lack of sympathy. But whatever that lack is, you cannot change or control that person, Capricorn. And the reminder of what's important is you, and focusing on you and being able to release that, because it's preventing you from getting what it is that you want. Because the advice or actions to take is justice. Justice is principle of cause and effect. Every choice you make will have a positive or negative consequence. So you can focus on the past, and you can focus on what was, and there'll be negative consequences. You can focus on where you're going and heal the past and learn from that, and don't experience it again, and you'll get positive consequences. So it's looking in that mirror, it's looking in your eyes and saying, you know, what do I want? Not what happened. This is my situation. This is where I'm at. And with justice, they want you to make the best decision for yourself, understanding the principle of the cause and effect. There's that Tower again. What? There's a go with the flow energy. There's the Four of Wands. Something's causing you, this has caused you to doubt your intuition. Going back and forth on what will make you happy. Because something happened that was out of... Give yourself time to heal, Capricorn. What I'm hearing here is whatever it was that happened, it was unwanted. It was very stressful. And it wasn't what you wanted, right? It's like you're married for 25 years, your spouse cheated on you with your best friend. Like, what the fuck? You don't want this shit. This is what I'm thrown at. This is a situation I'm dealt. What is this shit? Give yourself the time to heal, right? Like I said, you don't want to suppress or ignore those emotions, but you don't want to, you know, jump into your shell either and well, let it ruin your day-to-day life. So there's an element of really giving yourself the opportunity and the time to heal, but looking at it with a different perspective. There's it is again. So what is the perspective change? Because that's part of what they want you to change here going forward. What is the perspective change? What's that lightning strike? What's the perspective change for Capricorn? Ten of Swords. The swords are no longer in your back. Five of Swords. There's the lesson card. It's understanding it was just a lesson, not letting it block your happiness. Okay. So when we look at the Ten of Swords here, right? The Ten of Swords are no longer in this man's back. They're not. But he lays on the ground because he's letting the past defeat him. And we have a choice when the Ten of Swords come in, right? We can let the past haunt us. We can let the past defeat us. Or we can take the swords out and simply learn. Now we have to understand too, Cappy, our mind's powerful. And if we're thinking about it, we're replaying it. We're going to continue to feel it over and over and over again. And it's like we're stabbing ourselves in the back here. I want you to walk away from making the decision that doesn't benefit you. The decision to focus on the pain, the decision to focus on the betrayal, the decision to hold on to hope or ask questions you'll never get answers to. Whatever those decisions are, whatever's racing through your mind, it's not serving your higher calling. And part of what this is teaching you is how to go with the flow. It's a tough message, right? Teaching of the Tao Te Ching, Lao Tse, if we're the rock, if we're rigid, we're resistant, we create suffering. And there is a resistance to let go, which is creating suffering. And this is teaching you to move forward, to let go of what was, what you can't change, and simply see the value of the experience and focus on the positive. Stay balanced, too, is a big message, because it's just temporary. There's the King of Cups, and it's reminding you that those feelings, the anger, the resentment, the frustration is just temporary. It is not permanent. So it's just allowing yourself to heal while you're heading in a new direction, and that's the actions they want you to take and the lesson they want you to see here, and a reminder of what's important, Capricorn. And it's staying balanced and grounded, right? That Knight of Pentacles, the Two of Cups, whatever happens outside of yourself, you can't control, you can't change. The only thing you can do is control how you react to it. And you want to try and stay as balanced as you can so that you can make the best choices that you can make. Because when you get unbalanced or wavering or falter or let it affect you, then those are the decisions that sometimes we tend to regret. Okay, those are the messages that Spirit wants you to hear today. So let's grab some oracles. We'll see what they want to say. And then we'll jump back into the tarot. We'll see what other messages come through. And Capricorn, I did like a little preview on my last reading. So let me know what you guys think of that. If you care to share an opinion, should I keep doing that? Did you not like it? I'm not sure. So just let me know your thoughts and opinions. I'm open to receiving feedback on that. All right, let's get the shadow self here, Cappe. What is the shadow self? Manipulative. Using tactics and strategies to influence and control others for personal gain. Okay. And the Akashic Record. What is the Akashic Record here for Capricorn? Step back. You're being asked to step back from your life in order to gain perspective. When you're too close to a situation, it can be hard to make a decision. So span out and view your life at a distance, and you can get the best perspective needed. So, right, I always think of Rango when I hear about that, like, for those of you who watch Rango, but there was that scene where that hawk was hunting him and the other toad thing, and they were on the ground. They couldn't see. He's like, what's going on? But the hawk, she could see everything. So when we look at it from a bird's eye view, from a higher perspective, we can see things that we can't see when we're looking up. All right, what's the set God or goddess message here for Capricorn? The Scarab. Ooh, the blue beetle has chosen you. Card number 33. That is the number of Christ consciousness as well. This person's definitely giving you some spiritual challenges and development. Let's get your messages here, Cappy. I said person, so it was a person. I am reborn, and I come into being. Hence, I am Ra, the rising sun. Observe at first, I'm just a beetle or a being of no awareness, and then you'll see the emergence. Great change is occurring for you now as you awaken into higher consciousness, and coming from the darkness into the light can only bring joy. Divine intervention has occurred on your behalf, so thank me by meditating upon my image for further transformation. That might have been why it was very sudden. The universe needed you somewhere new here, Capricorn. Abundance is take time to look inwards for new ideas to create abundance. What seems lost will be returned. And remember metaphysics, you demand what was taken. If it was yours to begin with, it'll always get returned to you. Your future's excellence after a time of rest and inward looking as you are reborn into higher consciousness. Okay. Well, Capricorn, let's jump back into the tarot. Let's see what else spirit guides want to pass along, what other messages come through, what else you need to know, need to see, need to hear, need to be aware of. Spirit guide, 8 of Swords. Yeah, there. This is the whole reading was swords and air. It was all about your mind here and how powerful your mind is and how to keep your mind balanced. The 8 of Swords is our mind trapping us, right? You're in Vecna's dream here in Stranger Things, and you're trapped in his nightmare, in his dream. And you don't want that. You don't want someone else's nightmare to become yours. So the 8 of Swords with this 2 of Cups is to release yourself from this nightmare. Release yourself from the trap. When we look at her, she's always got her hands, they're cuffed, but they're not, like, there's no key. The cuffs aren't locked. It's not closed. It's about taking off the handcuffs, taking about the thoughts that bind you. It's not ignoring them and pretending they're not there. It's alchemy, Capricorn. It's acknowledging them. It's working through them. And it's transforming them and alchemizing them into the positive, into the lesson. I know that person was a motherfucker, but you know what I learned from this? And focus on what you learned. I hear you, negative thought. I hear you creeping in, but you know what I learned from this? And then transform and alchemize it instead of letting your thoughts trap you, because our thoughts can plague us. Our thoughts, like I said, you can feel it. You'll feel the pain over and over and over again. You'll feel trapped, and that's the message here, is to free yourself from that mental prison here, and learn to be able to silence the minds and to alchemize those thoughts. Right now your mental alchemy is really being tested, and with that divine intervention, this is meant to happen. So trust in that, and trust that you're heading in the right direction. But don't let your mind, this is just escaping the mental prison. I don't know what else to say. There's the Hanged Man, the energy of Christ consciousness, right? The Hanged Man is Jesus, and 33 is the number and the representation of Christ consciousness. And in order to develop that Christ consciousness, to have that second awakening, right? Think about Neo. Neo got shot. Think about Jesus. He was nailed to a cross, right? If you think about all the stories and all the experiences, there was severe pain in order to fully awaken. And unfortunately, I feel that that's what's happening to you here, and it's creating that awakening. And so they want you to focus on that awakening. Your mental strength is being tested here, and this is a mental game, Capricorn. So it's all about how strong you are mentally, and knowing that your mental strength is more important than physical strength in this place. Remember, Morpheus and Neo, it's all about the mind. That's what I have, and that's what your guides want to say today. So Capricorn, I do hope you enjoyed your reading. I do hope it resonated and benefited you. And happy birthday again, guys. I hope you have a fantastic birthday. And if you want to enter my contest, you know what to do, baby. Get yourself entered. Happy birthday, Capricorn. And let's close your reading off with your final message. Take time off. The world will not fall apart without you. Dedicate a day in the future to self-care. So plan a trip to see a new movie or a day at home reading your favorite book. Whatever activity will leave you feeling relaxed and refreshed. That's what I got. I truly wish you the best of luck. Until next time.